Joe Hopkins here, and the big question today, are Gibson guitars evil? Well, look, I've heard a lot. I've heard a lot from different people who love them, who hate them, all this kind of stuff, and we're going to get right down to the nitty-gritty of it. Did you know that there was a Gibson, a man named Gibson, that marched with Genghis Khan and wrecked Europe? Did you know that there was a man named Gibson that brought the plague with him and destroyed half of the population? And did you know there was a man named Gibson in the 1500s that was part of the Inquisition, and he went witch hunting? That's what it was. Yeah. So are Gibson guitars evil? Well, let me tell you what. Yeah, there was a guy named Gibson, Herr Gibson. He convinced the Kaiser to get all bent about the shooting of some archduke, and you know what happened then. Did you know Adolf Hitler was a big fan of Gibson guitars? That's right. Did you know that every Gibson guitar, it's not a Gibson, but I wouldn't own one because they're evil. So anyway, this is a stand-in, close enough. Did you know every Gibson guitar, the finish is made with the blood of 15 virgins? That's right. 15 virgins per guitar. Didn't even know there were that many virgins around, really. I mean, got to admit, virgins are kind of a rare thing. Keep in mind, we're not just, people always think sexy girl virgins. No, guys can be virgins too. Yeah, for it to count, you have to be over the age of 16 and be a virgin. No kids, no, that doesn't count. They wouldn't be doing it anyway. So, you know what I mean. I got news for you. Gibson ate my baby. That's right. That's what they did. I've heard tell that in the basement of Gibson guitars, they do demonic ceremonies, which is actually, kind of metal, but it's why metal guys like Gibson guitars. Totally evil. Totally evil. If Gibson guitars are so evil, why did Les Paul, one of the greatest guitarists, have so much to do with them? Well, maybe Les Paul was evil. Okay, great guy, great guitarist, invented a lot of cool stuff, but evil, perhaps? I mean, I don't know. I think Leo Fender was pretty evil too, right? Right? Not Semi-Mosley though, right? Of Mozart guitars, he started out in church. He made church guitars, churched up guitars. He even had a pastor fund his first factory. So Mozart guitars are good. They're holy. They're totally. I owned a Mozart once. I can tell you, great church guitar. It feels comfortable in church. Martin guitars, they're good. They're on the side of good and righteousness. But Gibson, pure evil. Pure evil. I do have to say, though, good guitars, evil guitars, it's better than now where everybody's just indifferent. A lot of these brands, they're pretty neutral. They're not evil. They're not good. It's just, I mean, come on. Lukewarm. Lukewarm. That's what I would say with a lot of these newer brands. I like Harley Benton. I like them, but they're not really good. They're not really evil. They just make pretty decent guitars. But Gibson, pure evil. Pure evil. Yeah, it's why all the metalheads play Gibson guitars. Tony Iommi, Jimmy Page. I mean, come on, they all play Gibsons. There's a reason. There's a reason for that. Except for Iron Maiden, those guys had Strats, man. Strats with humbuckers, but still. Fender guitars. And Kind of shows the evilness of Fender. Maybe Fender is evil. I think they could be too. Take a look at it, man. All the metal bands, classic metal bands, they all play Gibson guitars for their guitars. But most of them play Fender basses, right? Which shows you the Fender bass is more evil than their guitars. How many bands have you seen with Gibson basses? Huh? Yeah, Cream, right? Jack Bruce, he played a Gibson bass. But mostly it's the Gibson guitars and the Fender basses that are evil. Totally evil. And not Gibson's acoustics. Their acoustic line is totally different. I don't believe the Gibson's acoustic line is evil. Although they could be. They could be. A lot of people like them, right? Yeah. I don't think Fender's acoustic line is evil. Not very well built, but not particularly evil. So if you want an evil guitar, just straight up evil guitar, if you're in a metal band and you're like, I want the evilest guitar I can find, what is the evilest guitar of all time? I'll tell you what it is. It's the Gibson Flying V. That revolutionary design for its day. It was revolutionary because the devil told Gibson, make this guitar. It will represent my people in the decades to come. And it did. It did. Look at all the metalheads that play the Gibson Flying V. I mean, come on. Evil guitar. Evil guitar. Right? Yeah. Yeah, we all know what happened to some of them. Yeah, Ozzy Osbourne's guitarist, you know, what's his name? He fucking crashed a plane into a bus. I mean, come on. Yeah, he played a Flying V. Evil. Was that a Gibson? Yeah, he had a Gibson Flying V because Jackson hadn't started making this yet, right? Yeah. Randy Rhoads, that's his name. It slipped my mind for a minute. It's the beer. Randy Rhoads played a Gibson Flying V, and look at what happened to him. Do you want that to happen to you? Huh? Do you? Do you? There you go. Don't play a Gibson unless you're ready for the evil. Yeah. And that's the truth. I'm just laying truth on you. It's just the truth, okay? For all the other conspiracy theories out there, none of them are true, right? Except for Gibson is evil and Bigfoot is real. Ooh. All right. So there you go. I laid some truth on you. And yeah, now that you got the truth, I'm going to end the video because that's about all the truth I got for one day. It's hard. It's exhausting work laying all this truth out there. So I'll see you guys in the next video, all right? Subscribe to my channel, and I love you guys. Peace out, baby. Bye-bye.